Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. John here. So today we are going to build a quiz app by using Python Tkinter. Okay, so this project will be good for those who are learning Python, who wants to improve their Python knowledge by building something that will help them to put or to show their skills. Okay, so this quiz is very easy. This is a simple app. Okay, this is a simple GUI by building Python and by using the library Tkinter. And a part of this, okay, the question from this quiz will come from this Excel file. So that means we are going to connect Python and Excel to work together. So most of the question from the quiz itself will come from this file itself, from this Excel file, and it will be shown here in our quiz app. Okay, so how the quiz works. So this app works this file away. Okay, for example, let's say the first question: who was the first president of USA? Let's just go randomly. Okay, I will not even read. Just do like this. Who wrote Romeo and Juliet? Let's say this. Who wrote Don Quixote? What is the result of 4 times 4? Let's say this. How much is blah blah? Who found the relative theory? I don't know who is. What is the capital seat of Brazil? Okay. What is the capital seat of France? I'm just going randomly, okay, so that we can see how the quiz really works. What is the chemistry formula of water? I don't know. What is the capital seat of Russia? Moscow. Then in the end it will show us something like this. Okay, for example, congratulations, you finished the quiz, final score 3 out of 10. Okay, that means I got only three question that was correct, and I failed like 7, so that was my score. Then if I click OK, it will kind of show this. Then it will ask it, then it will ask us like play again, like if you want to play again. So if I click play again, so that means I can go and play again. This is the thing that we are going to build in this video. So this is the project that we are going to build in this tutorial. Okay, so this will be good because we are going to combine Python and Excel. So that's, I think I will say that's the most important thing on this project. And also it's good for you to practice your Python knowledge and also to show your skills, okay, so that you can improve the app and maybe to add more function or to, I don't know, but it's very good for you to try to make this app different. Okay, so never get the same result like mine. If I get this result, okay, for you in the end of this project you must get a different result with a better options. So let's build this app. So first thing that we are going to do is, first, since we already know how the thing will work, how the app will work, okay, the first thing that we are going to build is we need to build this interface. Okay, so for us to build this interface we are going to do something like this. Okay, let me close this. So we have come here in our code editor. Me, I'm going to use Sublime Text. I like to use it because it's very simple. So the next thing that I'm going to do is, oh, by the way, you can use any code editor. Okay, me, I'm just using Sublime Text because it's very easy to use. Then after that I'm just coming here in my folder and I'm going to create a new folder. So this new folder, I will save it. I will call it as a main.py. You can call it the way that you want, no problem. Let me close this and let me close this thing. Perfect. The first thing that we are going to do is we need to import the Tkinter in our import Tkinter in our script. So for that I'm going to do something like this. Import, import, what I'm going to import the Tkinter, import Tkinter as tk. After importing the Tkinter as tk, I'm going to import also the message. Okay, for display those message, I'm going to call from Tkinter import. From Tkinter import what? I'm going to import the message box. Okay, message box this way. Then after that I'm going also to import the following. Okay, from Tkinter import photo. So this photo image is to help us to display some image in our app. Then and a part of this, okay, we are going to make use also of Pandas library, because Pandas will help us to connect the Python and Excel file. So in order for that, if you don't have Pandas installed in your PC or in your laptop, you need first to install it. So you can install Pandas by entering the following command. So you need to come here in your command, okay, then just do this, not import, sorry, then just this, okay, pip install, okay, install Pandas this way, then just hit enter, it will install. Me, I already have Pandas installed on my laptop, so I'm not going to install it anymore, but this is the command that you need to enter so that you can install Pandas. Don't need to worry, I'll keep it in the description of this video. So let me close this, then I will come back here. Then after that the next thing that we are gonna do is the following. See, as I said, first let's create the interface. So in order for us to create interface, there are some colors that we'll use in this application that we need to define. Okay, so and don't need to worry, I'm going to paste these same colors in the description of the video so that you can make use of the same color if you wish. Okay, but if you don't want, you can change the colors, no problem. So in order for the video don't be too long, okay, I'm just going to copy and paste the same colors. Then, as I said, don't need to worry, I'll keep them in the description of the video. Okay, so I'll just come here and then I'll paste it. So this is the color that we are gonna make use of it. Okay, so those will be the colors. And after this, first we need to define our window. So I'm just going to comment it. I will say window. So then I'm just going to create one variable called window. So this window will be equal tk dot, okay, tk this way. The t must be capital and the k must be small. Okay, then open and close this way. And after that, I'm going to define the title of my window. Title. Okay, I'm going to open. Then here I will say quiz app. Okay, quiz app. This is the name of my application. And after that, I'm going to define also the geometry, or better, the dimension of my app. Windows.geometry, geometry this way, open and close. And here I'm going to give the width and the height for my application. So I'm going to define 400 times must be x itself. Okay, 450 this way. Save. And after this, okay, I'm going to try to run to see if this is working or not. So I'm going to do something like this: window dot main loop, main this way loop, open and close. So I'm going to save them. Let me run to see what we have. As you can see, now we got our answer. Okay, quiz app, which is this guy. But if we compare the original app with the one that we are building, okay, see, the first thing that we are going to define is the background color of our application. So in order for us to define the background color, we are going to do something like this. Let me close the one that we are making, and I'm going to come here. I'll do something like this: window dot what dot config this way, open and close. I'm going to define the bj stand for background, will be equal. So there are some colors that we define here. Okay, for background color we define this guy. So I'm just going to copy this and I will come here and boom, save. Okay, this will be our background color for our app. Then after this also, I'm going to define the main font for our application. So I'm going to do something like this also: window dot option, okay, this way, option underscore add, open and close. I'm going to define the main font. Okay, so I'm going to do something like this: this star font, come here, comma, do this Arial. So this means Arial will be our main font for our app. Okay, perfect. Let me save. And if I run this, I need to run to see if I have any error or not. As I can see, it run, but we don't have any errors. So that means we are good to go on. Okay, if we check the main app, so now we are going to define our logo. Okay, the logo will be this one. See, you can grab an image that you have there and then you can use it to be the logo of your app. Me, I have this one, so I'm just going to make use of it. Okay, so you can grab any image that you have, then you can make use of it. So me, since I have this one, I'm just going to make use of the same image. So as I said, I have my image. I'm just going to paste it. Okay, so this is the image that I'm going to use as a logo. You can have any image that you have and make use of it, okay, as your logo. So perfect. So in order for us to add logo to our app, I'm going to do something like this. Okay, here I'm going to comment something like this: app logo. So this app logo, I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to create a variable called app icon. This app icon, it will be equal. I'm going to make use of the fourth image, open and close. Here I need to specify the file. I'm going to call file equal logo dot. So I'm saying logo dot because here, okay, the name of my file is logo.png. So I'm going to call logo.png. This is my file. Okay, I made a mistake here. This one is supposed to be, okay, like this, inside as a string. Perfect. So then after this, I'm going to create a label that I will paste this same logo. I'm going to do something like this: app label. app label. So this app label, it will be equal tk. Okay, I can just do something tk dot label. Oh, this label is supposed to be capital. tk dot label, open and close. So here I'm going to paste window because it might be shown on my window. I'm going to call it also image. Okay, image is a property that help us to add image in our application. Image will be equal app icon, comma. Then I'm going to define as the bj background for this label, which will be equal background color. I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to come here down. I'm going to say something else. So app label dot, I will use pack. Okay, dot pack, open and close. Then I will say pad y will be equal 10. Okay, perfect. Save, and let me give some a little space. Save. If I run this, I did Ctrl V. Save. If I run this, boom, as you can see, now we have our logo for our app showing here. So now next, what we are going to build is the interface component. So I'm going to just comment here, interface components. So these interface components, okay, will be those fields that we need. Okay, for example, the questions and also those buttons that we need to create them. So in order for us to create them, it will be something like this. Let's give some space. Okay, this can go up. So the first thing that we are going to do is the following. Okay, so first let's create the question label. Okay, I'm going to create a variable called question label, question underscore label. This question label, it will be equal tk dot label. Okay, this is supposed to be capital. Dot label will be open and close. So I need to place this label somewhere. I will paste this label on my main window. Then after this, I'm going to give a test. Okay, I will test will be equal. So since this will be the question label, I don't need to give any test. It can be empty because we will fill it. We will put the question, the one that will come from the Excel file, comma. So now I'm going to pass also another property is called wrapper. This way, wrapper length. Okay, length this way. So it will be equal 380. So this is for example, if the question is too long, okay, it will break and come to the second line. So that's why this one is very important for us to use it, comma. Then after this, let us define the background color, bj. So will be equal background color itself, comma. Then after this, let's define also fg. Fg will be equal test color. Okay, the one those that we defined. Perfect. And we need also to define the font. Okay, let's see, comma. I'm going to say font. Okay, my font style will be equal open and close. I will say Arial. Okay, it's supposed to be like this, Arial. Okay, Arial, because we need it to be, we need to increase. Okay, comma. Let's say Arial 10, comma, and we want it bold. Okay, bold, so that it can show properly. Bold. Then after this, we need to show the question label. So in order for us to show the question label in our main app, we need to do something like this, question label dot, I'm going to use pack also. Okay, pack, open and close. So let's say pad y will be equal 20 this way. I'm going to save. Now let's run to see if it is working or not. Save. If I run this, it's not showing anything because we didn't pass any test here. Okay, so let's try to give any test here. For example, hello, let's say hello João. Hello João. I'm safe. If I run this, as you can see now, it is showing, okay, hello João, which is a little different with this guy. Okay, so this is more big and this is more small. So let's try to increase this one. Okay, let me close this. If I come here for my test, wrapper font is like Arial. Instead of 10, let's give us 12 to see. Save. If I run, okay, now it's big. Perfect. Okay, now the next thing that we need to do is the buttons. Okay, so for the buttons, we are gonna do something like this. So for the button, we need to call create a variable called option. Okay, I'm going to call it not option add, but will be option 1, because it will be 4 options. Okay, option 1 will be btn. Okay, btn. Option 1 will be equal tk dot button. Okay, tk dot button. It will be open and close. First is we need to place it inside the window, comma. Then after this, okay, we need also to pass a test on it. So test. This test will be equal empty always, also comma window. Okay, so not window, width, my mistake, width this way. So width, let's give it 30 bj color. Okay, so for the bj color, let's give another one, will be equal button. Okay, button color, the one those that we defined there on the top. Then after that, we need also to define the fg color. Okay, the test color, comma. So for the test color, we can give, okay, fg will be equal, okay, button test color, this guy, comma. Then we need also to define the initial state. Okay, because initial state we want it to be disabled. I'm going to call something like this. State will be equal tk dot disabled. This way, okay? Disabled must be capital, the disabled, comma. Then also let's define the font. Okay, so the font will be Arial, so we'll build something like this itself. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this thing. Let me copy all of this, copy. If I come here, I can just paste, and let's say 10, not 12. Okay, save. Then after this, we need to say option button 1. So my option button 1, let's say dot pack also, comma, let's use pad y will be equal. So this pad y, I'm going to give only 10 will be enough. Okay, let's say no 10, no. Shall I give 10 or more? No, okay, 10. Okay, let's give 10. 10 will be enough. 10. If I save this, let's run to see what we have. Boom, as we can see, we have our button here. Okay, so now we need to insert how many buttons? 3 buttons more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's supposed to be 4, so we have 2. So in order to do that, I'm just going to copy this thing, come here, come a little down, 2, 3, and I just execute, and 4. Okay, boom, now we have 4 buttons. Now let's change the name. Okay, this will be 2. Oh no, this will be 4. Go up, this will be 3, and this will be 2. Perfect. Now if I run this, save, run, as you can see, now we have the 4 buttons that we need for this app. So now we need also to create a play again button. So in order for us to create a play again button, we can do something like this. I'm just going to use the same buttons. Now just let me change the name. Okay, this we will call it as play underscore again, play again button. Okay, I'm just going to copy this guy, come here, play again button. Okay, so this my play again button, we need also to do some change. We are going to write it like play again, play again. So my play again will be the same length, like 30. Okay, so most of it will keep the way that it is. Okay, even font, everything will be like this. But initially we are not gonna show the play again button. Okay, we can just remove this guy, we don't need to show it. But if I save this and if I run, it's showing here. Okay, but initially we don't want to show the play again button, so we can just remove this. Okay, we are just gonna remove this one. Okay, boom, save. Now our interface is ready. Okay, now we are ready to go to the logical part of the app. Now we just finished building our interface. So the next thing that we are gonna do is to load the question into our app so that it can display. Okay, so you need to do is the following. Okay, so you need to go into your app and create any Excel file. Okay, you need to create the Excel file. This Excel file must contain the same question. Okay, it will be something like this. Okay, you need to have in the first row you need to have a question, option 1, option 2, option 3, and option 4. Then you need also to have a column for answer, like for the correct answer. So this answer column, okay, it will represent like in which column is the correct answer. For example, in the first question, the correct answer is Paris. The second one is here, okay, 30. Okay, that's why we have 2, which means second column, something like this. Okay, so that's why you just create something like this. Okay, we have equations. You can write your questions here. You can write your options here. Okay, then answer, you need to write the number of the column where the correct answer is. For example, here in this first question, the correct answer is at the column is in the option 1. That's why we have a 1. Okay, for the second question is at this option 2. The same for the third question, and so on. So you need to create something like this. Okay, perfect. So when you create something like this, then we can close this guy. Okay, so everything must be together. Then after that, we need to go back into our code and we need to load the Excel file in our app. So in order for us to do that, first we are going to import pandas in our application. So let's do something like this. Import. What I'm going to import, I'm going to import pandas, because don't forget we installed panda at the beginning. Okay, import pandas as pd, this way. Perfect. Then I'm going to import also random, so that the question can be show random, not like following the same order. Okay, it will be random display. Import random this way. Oh, mistake. Import random this way. Perfect. Now let's load the Excel file. Okay, I'm going to say load the Excel file. Let's load the Excel file. So in order for us to load the Excel file, I'm going to create a variable called df. So df will be equal pd dot read, okay, underscore excel, read excel, open and close. Now I'm going to give the name of my Excel file. So the name of my Excel file is questions, okay, questions dot xl. So I need to put the Excel format of my file. Okay, xlsx, this way. Save. Perfect. Okay, now after this, okay, we need to get the equations randomly. Okay, I'm going to, okay, randomly, okay, randomly select questions. Randomly select questions. So in order for us to select the question randomly, let's create a variable called questions. These questions will be equal df.sample, because it comes from the random. Open. Then let's give n equal 10. Okay, it must be only 10. Then let's say dot value, so that we can get the values only. Okay, values dot, I'm going to convert all the values that is gonna get into list. Okay, to list this way. Open and close. Boom. Perfect. Now if I come here, okay, if I print my question, okay, let me print so that I can see what I have right now. Print what? I'm going to print the questions. Save. I'm going to run this, and let's just check here down. Okay, we have the questions here. Okay, what is the biggest, blah blah, Mars, Saturn. So there is a lot of questions that it come. Okay, so it got the first row, the second row, and so on. We got the question and the answers also, the options, better say. So that's what we need. So now the next thing that we are gonna do is to kind of, okay, define some global variables for the score, because the player must have a score in the end of the game. Then also the current question, so that we can keep tracking in which question are we. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. Then here also on the top, let's do the following thing. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to comment. Let's say, okay, global variables. Okay, save. Then after this, let me give some space, and I'm going to define score will be equal, initial score must be 0. Okay, then current question must be equal 0 also. Okay, it must be in the location number 0. So now let's start creating our function. Okay, the first function that we are going to create will be the function to display the texts. Okay, to display the next questions. So this is the function that we are going to create. So in order for us to create this question, it will be something like this. Okay, let me give some space. Come here and let's say, okay, function to display the next question. So let's say def display what? Questions. Def display question will be open and close. Let's do this. Then after that, I'm going to create a variable called question. Okay, it's like the one that we have. Okay, comma. Then we are going to call also option. Okay, option 1, comma, option 2, comma, option 3, comma, and option 4. Okay, so we need to define these variables, and after this also we need also to define a answer. Okay, because the answer is very important. Then I'm going to call also answer. Okay, answer will be equal questions. Okay, by questions I'm going to do this. Okay, because these questions, okay, the question is coming from this random question that we are gonna get, okay, per cycle. So that's why we have here, okay, questions. Okay, so I'm going to say current question. Okay, that's why we need to track the current question. So the current questions, because per cycle it will get only 10 questions from the Excel file. Randomly you select 10 questions. Then from this 10 questions, it will be like inside of a list. So in that list we need to track the current position that we are in the list. Okay, so that it cannot repeat the same questions. Okay, so that's why we have here, okay, questions equal current questions, so that we can keep, okay, the track at which position are we in the list. Then after that I'm going to do something like this. Okay, question label. Okay, question label, it will be dot configure. Okay, config this way, config open and close. So I'm going to say test, because I'm going to change the test property, will be equal question. Okay, not questions, but will be question only, because from here is gonna have the question. Okay, so question open close. Okay, I'm going to save this. So if I run this, so that we can check where are we. Okay, so I'm going to call this function. Then I'm going to come here down, need up to the bottom here. I'm going to say paste here. Okay, and let me save and let me run to see what we have. Okay, I'm just run. As you can see, now it is saying, okay, what is the capital city of Brazil? Okay, so automatically it's sending the first question. So since we didn't have the option to click it, it's not going to the next question. Then save. Okay, if I close and run again, as you can see, it's getting the question random. Okay, what is the result? So the next thing that we need to do is to show the options here also. So in order for us to do that, let's come back here and let's do something like this. Okay, I'm going, after question label, I'm going to call now option. Okay, option buttons, we need also to make some change on it. So option button, option button 1 dot config this way, will be open and close. We need to change the text, will be equal option, okay, option 1, comma, and we also need to change the state. Okay, because the state in the beginning we put like as a disable. Okay, so now we need to change the state will be equal tk dot normal. Normal must be capital, everything normal this way. Okay, the set will be keep normal. Then we need also to send the command. Okay, command will be equal, I'm going to use lambda. Okay, comma, no, this we can do next. Okay, no problem, when we'll create another function. So for now, let's stop here. I'm going to save this. Okay, and after this, okay, if I save this and if I run, let's see what we have. Boom, as you can see, now he's sending the option here. Now it's normal, this one's not yet. So let's do the same for others. Okay, I'm going to copy here, copy, come here, perfect, and perfect. Then after this, let's change to 2, let me change to 3, and also let me change to 4. The same thing here. Okay, this is 4, this is 3, and this is to this is to save. And if I run this, boom, as you can see, now it's giving different results. Okay, save. If I run again, is giving also different results. Perfect. So the next thing that we need to do is to check the answer. Okay, we need to create a function that will check the answer, if the correct answer that we will select from these buttons is the correct one or not. So in order for that, okay, I can just come here, come down, come here. Let me create a function that will check the answer. So I'm going to do something like this. Okay, comma, okay, function to check the answer, okay, perfect. So I'm going to call def check answer, def check underscore answer, okay, open and close. So it need to get any, we need to give a parameter. Okay, I'm going to call it as a answer, okay, answer dot, then I'm going to come here down. So for that, we need to do something like this. Okay, we need to define some variables global again, like global. What will be global? The score must be global, the current question also must be global. Okay, so these two will be only global. So then we need to do something like this. Oh, let me delete this guy. We need to do something like this. If answer, okay, if answer is equal current, okay, current question dot get open and close. Where I going? Oh, it's supposed to be here. Okay, current question dot get, okay, dot come here inside. It's gonna do something like this. Okay, we need to increase the score. Okay, score will be plus equal 1. Perfect. Then we need to give also something like that. Okay, current question, we need to increase the current question. Okay, will be equal 1 so that it can go to the next answer. Now after this, now we need to do also something like this. If current underscore question, okay, less than the length of what? Length of the questions. Okay, because we need to track the length of the question so that we can know what to do next. Okay, current questions dot, it will be equal, okay, display. Okay, this will be a display question. Display question will be also another function that we will create, but for now we can just say pass. Okay, we can just pass. Then after this, okay, we need to do also else. If it doesn't, okay, if it doesn't reach the limit, then we can go like, okay, show results. So show underscore results. So it means that we need to create now a function that will show the results. Okay, so that's why we call it show result. So also this show result, we can come it down. We need to go out of this function, out of the check answer function. We need to create now a function that will help us to show the results. So in order for that, we need to do something like this. Okay, so the show results, and it will be something like, okay, so I'm just going to come here. I'm going to say, okay, let me comment. So that is very good always to comment. I'm going to say function to show the results, perfect. Then this function to show the results is gonna be, we need to call the message box, will be dot, okay, show info will be equal, then we'll say, okay, quiz, okay, and quiz completed. Okay, that means we just complete the quiz. Okay, quiz completed, I forgot how to write completed, comma, then let's use f string. Okay, I'm going to do like this. Let's say congratulations. Let's say congratulations. Very good to congratulate someone. Okay, congratulations, you finished. Congratulations, you finished the quiz. You finished the quiz. Okay, which is very important. So when you finish the quiz, okay, let's say dot underscore n slash n, so that you can go to the next line. So let's use twice. Then let's say final score. Okay, so your final score will be something like this. Okay, let me open this. Let's send the score. Okay, the score out of, okay, score, let's put this. Okay, then open this. Let's say length, mistake, length the question. We need to check, okay, how much you scored out of 10. So out of 10 you scored only, okay, that one. That will be questions this way. Perfecto. Okay, so now we just need to come down. Then after this we just need to have the options, okay, for the button. So I'm just going to copy this because it will be almost like the same things. It's not only up to here. Okay, I'm going to copy this. Then where is the function? Oh, I forgot to write the function. Okay, I'm supposed to come, let me get, okay, def show result. Okay, show result, and open and close, come here, dot. So this means this guy must be inside, then come here, come. Okay, then I'm just going to paste those guys, and option 1 button, okay, it will be equal. So we need to disable all of these things again. Okay, we don't need to show any test. We just need to remove these things. Bye bye, and also this one. Okay, bye bye. So now we need to change this to disable. So dot disable, this way, save. Perfect. So this is in case, okay, if it doesn't reach the limit. So but if it reach the limit, now we need to, okay, we need to call something else. So what are we going to call? We are going to call the display question. Okay, so bye bye, we need to call display questions, display question. So display question, let me open and close, something like this. Okay, so display question is this, so that means it will go to the next questions. So but now, okay, what we're going to do, let's save this and let's run to see what we have. If I run this, okay, who wrote Romeo and Juliet? Let me just write, okay, William Shakespeare. If I click here, nothing happened because we didn't send a command to those buttons. Okay, so now we need to connect those buttons with the function itself. So that's why I'm going to come here inside of the function display. I'm going to come here. Okay, let's do this because it will be almost of them. So let me say comma, then I'm going to say command. Okay, command will be equal lambda dot, I'm going to check. I'm going to use the check question function. Okay, check question function, or check answer, not check question. Okay, check answer, then they will be, okay, they must be together. Okay, they will be, I need to give them position. Okay, so the first one will be at the 1, this will be the 2, and this will be 3, and this will be 4. Okay, I'm going to save. If I run, boom, perfect. Okay, if I click this, for example 68, now I got some error. Let me say what he said. If answer equal correct question, okay, int object has not attribute get. Okay, he said that I got some kind of error here because it's getting int, but so it's getting like a number, but I use like a function for it. So let me check to see what's going on here. Okay, so this is here in this display. Where is the display? Yeah, it's here. The error is coming from here itself. Now let's correct this way. So actually this wasn't supposed to be the correct equation, but it was supposed to be the correct answer. Okay, because we are calling the function correct answer, save, because the correct answer we already created, okay, not yet. So now we need to create a, yeah, it was supposed to be the correct answer. Okay, so because it's called getting this one, it's called checking itself. Okay, so I'm going to save, and if I run this now, let's see what we have. Okay, William Shakespeare, boom, again I got an error. What he said, current answer is not defined. I think I wrote it bad. Okay, check answer, correct answer. So this correct answer, okay, we must define it, okay, as a variable. So I can come here down, for example, here next to the question label itself, and down here, okay, I need to come down because I need to create a variable for those buttons, okay, so that they can handle the options, so they can handle the value that we are going to send them. Okay, so I'm going to create a variable called correct underscore answer, correct answer. So the correct answer will be equal tk, okay, it will be integer, okay, so that I'm going to call like int this way, okay, int var, open and close, okay, it's like a function. Then inside of those buttons, okay, inside of those buttons is where we send those the correct answer, okay, this correct answer will be sent inside of those buttons. So if I come here, okay, let me come back, so that's why we have a correct answer, okay. So if I come here, let me save. Now let me run to see. Okay, let's check who wrote Don Quixote. Let's say this guy. Boom, perfect. Now he said one thing, okay, name or name correct answer is not defined. I think I wrote it bad, okay. Correct answer, correct, not current, it's correct, not correct. Now I'm getting confused English and Portuguese again. It's correct answer, not current. Okay, correct answer. Let me copy this guy. Come here. I wrote current, that's why I'm always getting error. Okay, save this. Let me run. Okay, now let's, okay, who found the relatives of, let's say, Isaac Newton? Boom. As you can see, now it went to the next question. Who wrote Don Quixote? Boom. Okay, now it's going like this, let's say. Okay, now it went into the end. Okay, but what he said, congratulations, you finished the quiz. What is the final score? Final score is 0 out of 10. If I click OK, when I click OK, it will be disabled. It will disable everything, but it's supposed now to show the play again button down here. So for that, we need to work on that also. Let me close this and let's work on that thing. Okay, in the end of the game, it need to show the play button again. So the play button, okay, we need to create a, how to call it, I am forgetting the name. So the play button, we need to create a function also. So the function for play button, it looks like something like this. Okay, it looks like this guy itself. So I'm going to copy the show result function. Okay, let me copy this guy. Okay, let's go a little up. Okay, let me copy this function. I'll come here, I'm going to paste here. So instead of this, I'm going to show, okay, function to play again, function to play, to play again, function to play again. So this function to play again, I don't need this guy, bye bye. I just can come here. Then I'm going to define some global variables. Okay, global what? Global score, because we need to reset those values, okay, because we are going to play again, so we need to put them to 0. Then we need to get also the current questions. They are it's very important for us to reset those values. So after that, we need to come here down. We need to say score will be equal 0. Okay, will be equal 0. Oh, mistake. Then the current question also, we need to reset it. Okay, current question will be equal 0. Okay, then even the random, okay, the random, okay, we need to say random dot what? Shuffle. Okay, we need to shuffle the thing. Okay, dot shuffle. Shuffle what you're gonna shuffle. Then we need to send the list. Okay, which is the questions list. Perfect. Then we can call the display questions. Okay, display question function. Display question. So I'm going to do this. Okay, perfect. Then those buttons we need to disable. Now we need to bring them to normal again. So come here, come here, come here, and come here. So all of these things, bye bye, they need to be normal. Oh, mistake, I just save instead of doing the things. Okay, they must be, why I'm clicking control, it's supposed to be shift. Okay, they must be normal. Perfect, this is the normal. Save. Then after that, okay, I'm going to remove the play again button. Okay, because after I made the change, I need to remove the play again button. So not remove, I need to, so after that I need to remove the play again button so that it doesn't disturb. Okay, play again button dot what? dot pack, this way, dot pack underscore forget. We need to remove it from there. Play button dot forget. Perfect. Save. So, but if we run this, okay, even if we reach end of the game, okay, boom, 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 boom. Why it's not giving my result? Ah, I forgot. Okay. Now we need to show the play button, okay, into our interface. So for that we need to do something like this, okay. So we need to go to the show result function. We need to come here down. We need to do something like this, okay. Play again dot pack, okay, so that it will show the play again button. Save. Then if I run this, okay, let's see, blah 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 blah. Hey, this was more than 10. Why is not calling it? Okay, I think we need some mistake. We need to change. We need to check, okay, because it's not showing the results. So let's see what is the mistake that we did, okay, because it's not restarting the function itself. Okay, we did mistake because I forgot to change this one, okay, the name of this function into another function, which is play again. So I need to remove this guy and we need to call it as a play again. Okay, play again, play underscore again, play again function. Okay, I'm going to save. Now let's run to check again. If I run this, perfect. We have who wrote Romeo and Juliet. Okay, let's say William Shakespeare. I think it's this. Who wrote, I don't know who wrote that. I think it's France. What is, I think it's this guy, Isaac Newton. It's Brasilia. Picasso, Mona Lisa, Da Vinci, Picasso. Okay, let's say, I don't know. Let's say this, blah. Okay, as you can see, now it finished. Okay, congratulations, you finished the quiz. Final score 0 out of 10. How can 0 if I get some questions correct? Now we need also to correct this, but let's check first this, okay, if it works or not. If I click OK, boom, play again button is showing, but it's showing disabled. Okay, so we need to make it good, because I don't know why it's showing disabled. I think I know why. Because if I come here, okay, then if we come here, I need to remove this one from here. Okay, bye bye. And if I save, perfect, now it will come normal. If I say, okay, let's save. If I call it, okay, let's just go fast, perfect. If I click OK, now it's working. If I click and play again button, perfect, now it's showing. But now when I click on play again button, it needs to restart the game. So now we need to work on this also. But for play again button, we just need to come here in the end. Okay, we can just do something like this. Okay, comma, and we say command will be equal what? Equal play again. Okay, play again. I'm just going to save this. Then after this, let's run to check, save. And if I run this, how it will be? Okay, George, blah 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 blah. Perfect. If I click OK, play again. If I click, boom, okay, it's working now. Perfect. Okay, play again button is working. But now let's work on this, because even if I'm getting the correct answer, it's not increasing the score. So we need to check where we did a mistake for this. So let me close this and then let's come here back. So for the scores, let's check where is the mistake. Okay, score is 0, perfect. And check the answer. Okay, perfect. If answer equal, correct answer is score +1. But there is a correct answer. So did we send the correct answer in the buttons? So for the correct answer, we need to go to the display question. Okay, here down, let me give a little space, come here. We need to do something like this. Okay, correct answer dot, we need to set the result. Okay, set what, open and close. We need to send the answer on it. Okay, save. Now let's run again. So okay, now let's do correct. Okay, like if I'm really playing, what is the chemistry formula of water? I think it's this. Moscow, I don't know who is 6 times 10. Oh my god, my math is not good. Okay, I don't know. What's the result of 9? I don't know. Chemistry symbol of the gold is this, I don't know. Isaac Newton, Brasilia, Paris, Donkish, I don't know. Okay, now final score is also working. As you can see, 5 out of 10. Okay, perfect. If I click OK, boom, play again, boom, it's working. Now we just finished our quiz app. So if you enjoy this project, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any doubt, you can just comment and I will jump and help you. Okay, my name is João, and thank you to watch this tutorial. Okay, thank you and bye bye.